Let's examine some of the typical kind of projects that you've tackled, and talk about them in a little bit of detail. Any good ones you want to discuss?
I think I can hit a major one that we did,
okay.
and it wasn't just one project; it was a multiple of projects. An entity in what we call major oil owner like Sunoco, ExxonMobil, or so forth.
Right.
They came in and needed to re-image a significant number of sites that were purchased through a divestment of another major oil company. And the magnitude,
were these existing gas stations?
These are existing gas stations, in the magnitude of like 250 to 350 locations.
Oh, wow. A lot of them.
And under the agreement, for the purchase agreement, they needed to re-image these sites very quickly.
Now, when you say re-image a site, what does that mean?
It basically means that if it's a mobile oil site and you drive down the road and you know what a mobile oil looks like, they need to re-image it to that new company. So
to be an Amoco or a BP or
whatever
something
it is.
else?
They need to take all the branding off and put the new ones on.
Okay.
The challenge is in where we specialize on the East Coast is that there's a lot of permitting aspects due to signage, and the new market trends are leaning towards 3D imaging on the canopies of the gas station. Shell has a lazy S. Some of the other folks have illumination bars and stuff. And if you're in a challenged area that has significant signage ordinances, they're not going to take kindly to you just taking down the signs and putting something up. So it was a huge challenge to accomplish those locations, the number of locations, in a very, very tight time frame. And so what this particular client did was that they were smart enough to understand that they couldn't just shell it out to one firm like ourselves, so they split it to two firms. And so what we did was we partnered with a competitor of the client's choosing that we worked hand in hand with and we knew very well. And they basically split the sites in two. We got about 250 to 300 locations, like I said, and we were challenged to get these permitted, re-imaged, all the documents drawn up, and get these locations redone in about, I would say, a year and a half. So it's a significant undertaking for even what we call as a mid-sized firm, so 50 or so employees. It's a challenge to get that done because basically you're going out, we alluded to previously about doing as-built surveys, you go out and as-built the existing location, figure out what signage is there, and then draw up some documents and re-permit it. And some of those permitting can take a significant amount of time, plus it may require some hearings to go forth through the zoning process and so forth. That was a major undertaking for our firm, and it took up a lot of personnel, and it basically, to do that, we needed to balance being able to work with that particular client and make sure they're happy, and also that we're not hurting the other clients that we're taking on, and making sure we're doing right by them. That was a major undertaking for us to get that done.